what it's like being the granddaughter of, some people say controversial. I just say he is who he is, of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. What jewels did he teach you, or what jewels did you take from him on a one-on-one level about the world and knowledge and who you are? Like, can you share some of those experiences with us, with him?
Yeah, I would say, oh man, you know what? He has shown me what a real man is supposed to be, in a spiritual, like what a real man of God is supposed to be. He truly loves us, and he too is a person that looks at people's heart. He looks at the heart. His spirit of discernment is phenomenal. I was very honored and blessed to be on tour with him last year for Justice or Else. And the way that I saw and observed him, you know, embrace and love, you know, just embrace Young Thug, to all the way to Eminem, to all the way to one of the Kennedys. You know, it was the same across the board. It was just he looks at people's heart, and he absolutely loves us. It's not a talking thing. Some people do this for financial gain, you know, leadership and things like that. Some people do this for fame. He does not do it for any of that. He does it because he really wants to see us all free. Free from injustice, free from hate, free from pain. You know, he wants to see us, and he has fought, and he is 82 or 83. And so within this time, he's 83 years old, and he moves like he's 40. And I am just, you know, and we all should be very blessed that we have, you know, we still have him in our midst today, and that he is a fearless leader. He cannot be bought. He has never been bought. When we was on tour, you know, there were certain people that was like, well, why don't you go on CNN and go on MSNBC and Fox News to promote the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March? If you notice, he wasn't on no major media outlet, even though everyone wanted him on that. You know, a lot of people reached out and wanted him on that. He was like, no, I want to be amongst our people. So we was in the hoods. He walked the streets of Ferguson. He walked the streets of when we was in Cleveland. He walked the streets of Chicago. You know, we was in the hood in Miami. You know, so he loves our people so much, and he knows, and he also loves young people. He loves our generation, and he knows that the power is with us. And so I could go on and on and on about him, but I absolutely love him. I know for a fact that everything that he has said has manifested into truth. And he's a truth teller, and I believe that if we really look at him, that I believe that he is the perfect example of what a man of God is supposed to look like and be like. And he's always on time. There's, you know, he always said, you know, you don't take people for granted. He's never been 1 minute late. He's always on time. And he, you know, for a meeting, for whatever he say he's going to do, he does it. He's never fell to the wayside in that. In all of my little small 30-something years that I've been alive, I've noticed that, you know. And so I absolutely love, and I would die for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
No, I'm with you. And that's very well needed. I'm glad to say that because, you know, a lot of people from the outside looking in, of course, people are entitled to their own opinions and all that stuff, but it's good that someone that's right next to him that bleeds the same blood he bleeds, so to speak, or running through your veins can attest to him and who he is. I would love to get him on the podcast just to talk to him, even if it's like 10 minutes. That would be awesome. we need that. We need that knowledge and that wisdom from, you know, that time where, you know, you got your Malcolms and all that coming up. They really had it hard. You know, we got it bad, but they really had it hard. You know, they would walk.
But you know, he studied right under. Right. He studied right under Malcolm, and he was there during Malcolm. So it was like even his testimony, you'll just be like, I mean, he said he put a cardboard on the bottom of his shoes because the soles of his feet had holes in it, and he could not afford to buy new shoes. But he knew that going amongst the people and ministering to them and selling final calls and, ministering and all of that stuff was more important than some shoes. His clothes was hand-me-downs that he found in the garbage. The food, he told me one time him and my grandmother, they got food from the restaurant, from the trash to feed the family. I mean, his testimony is phenomenal. So everything, when you hear his testimony, then you'll be like, man, he deserves everything. He even deserves the hate. He deserves that hate because, if you're loved by everyone, then there's a problem. So you kind of do want to have some haters, you know what I'm saying? Because, not everybody loves God. Not everyone loves God. So it's like, that's just the way of the world. So in regards to anti-Semitic and all, Jesus didn't like the Jews that was a part of the synagogue of Satan. He said it in the Bible. He said, do not follow the synagogue of Satan. So, so those that are a part of the synagogue of Satan, yeah, of course, they're like the they're the Judas that put Jesus on the cross. That was like, oh no, Jesus was calling us out. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying we the synagogue of Satan. And we are, but we don't want Jesus to tell us, tell the people the truth. So we're going to go ahead and put him on a cross. So that's the same thing that they've been doing to the minister. He's been calling out the ones that follow the synagogue of Satan.
You're right. We're the real Jews anyway. So they're from the Ashkenazi Mountains. So they're them Caucasian light-skinned Jews. So I got you. You can't hate yourself. But
yeah,
you
basically.
Hate people that you. Y'all fake it. You know it. You converted over. That's how you got here. That's why you are accepting all of those indigenous people from Ethiopia. That's why they're able to come into Israel. That's why they're able to come there.
Yeah.
Gonna keep it real.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
No doubt.